to you from Harmon, wherever you are, a worldwide Link family. And we thank each and every one of you for tuning in this morning. And we thank our friend Denise Mendiola for making some time in her very frantic schedule because there's a deadline coming up. Denise, first of all, happy holidays and welcome back to the show.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and you know, Christmas is a time for giving. It's also a time to reflect, and it's a time to look forward. And one thing that you're actually offering people is an opportunity to advance upon a very lucrative and very rewarding career in construction. But time is of the essence, as I understand.
Time is of the essence for sure. So thanks for having GCC on this morning. And, we're just so grateful for the opportunity to be able to provide these resources to our community. What we're working on right now is the Construction Bootcamp. And this is our third Construction Bootcamp that we are hosting. And this one is funded by the Department of Interior, their Technical Assistance Program grant. And it gives us a chance to be able to train up some of our local workforce to be able to work in the construction industry.
Mm-hmm. Now, what types of careers could someone find inside and find within that industry? And also one thing that you've actually shown us is, with your courses and the boot camps and shipbuilding and everything like that, there's also an upward mobility pipeline that you actually get people ready for. Because, you could start as a fabricator or as, like something entry level and wind up being like a project manager.
Exactly. There is a pathway in this industry. And it starts with, somebody that's interested in learning a new skill, willing to work hard. And so we're looking at things like, as an example, the courses that we're offering in this bootcamp are carpentry, electrical, and HVAC. So these are all components. If you just look at somebody building a house or a building, these are the skills that are needed to be able to construct that building. And so it helps the person to be able to understand the basic foundation of these areas. And then they decide, what area they want to focus on.
Mm-hmm. How long is the boot camp? Because every time we say boot camp, I mean, it's a lot of really practical, a lot of interactive, hands-on information, but generally kind of compressed to a kind of like a small time frame. So you get it's very, very intense, and you get a lot of really good information at the same time. So you really got to, you got to put your hard hat on. Fittingly.
Absolutely. You have to put your hard hat and a few other PPEs on. It definitely is condensed. It's a 12-week program. And we're starting it off this time with a CPR first aid training. And so that's happening this weekend.
It starts with safety.
It's between that and OSHA. Those are the two really important training components that we have. And then it's 12 weeks of real intense training. We have them there all day. And at GCC, we have the labs. So we have the carpentry, the electrical, and the HVAC labs, which is really cool because you are able to work on actual equipment. And so they get that hands-on component in addition to the classroom.
Very cool. And there are certifications that you could qualify for when you do this. And it's, again, like the CPR is one aspect of that a lot of people, I would say, probably overlook. But at, on a job site and like out in the field and everything like that, if you have those skills, you're going to be unbelievably in demand for some sort of employer if you know how to respond to, an industrial accident or, like somebody saying like, like I'm not, I've got an ache in my arm. It's like, okay, I have training in this with this particular industry. May I check you out?
And safety is number one.
Yeah.
So this is the first thing that they should be learning. And this is something they can take away with them if they decide to do other things. But they do earn a certificate in that they get the card after they complete the course. And then they also get the OSHA 10 certificate, work ethic certificate, work keys, NCRC recognition. This is a national recognition where they place. And so in addition to that, when they learn the electrical, carpentry, and HVAC, they also earn college credit. So they're going to be college students during this time.
Which can also lead to, other endeavors of study if you decide to go that way and everything like that. I mean, hey, turn it into a degree program and everything like that. You're building on your career, which is entirely the point. Building, right?
Exactly. So if anything, you're going to learn some basic skills in this industry. And then the hope is that you're going to be hired up. So we have 2 employer sponsors with us, and they're going to be interviewing these completers. And then once they decide who they want to hire, then this person steps right in and is an employee of that company.
Mm. Now, Denise, is the target audience for this specifically? Are you looking for people without any sort of experience in the construction field, like total newbies, but ambitious people who want to get into like a very rewarding line of work? Or this is Guam and everything. Everybody's got a cousin who says like, oh yeah, like I spent the summer, me and my uncle had me come over and we mixed concrete, like we maybe laid tile, we did some shingles on the roof and everything like that. So I've got a little bit of experience, but the certification kind of interests me too. Or is it, we'll take all comers?
We take anyway.
Nice.
The priority are folks that are looking for jobs and that are motivated, and that's where that work ethic comes in. So what we hear from employers all the time is, you don't have to come in as the smartest person, but if you're motivated and you're interested and you're passionate about what you're doing, then we are going to give you an opportunity. They'd rather have that person with a good attitude that's going to show up to work every day and try hard than somebody that's not going to, bring that to the table, right? Mm-hmm. So we take anybody that is interested, at least 18 years old, unemployed or underemployed, and has a high school or high school equivalent or diploma.
And those certifications that Denise was talking about, boys and girls and everything, that's really going to help when you get in front of a hiring manager, because they can say, oh, okay, well, I see you've got 3 years of experience. Tell me about that, and now tell me like different situations you've been in. What have you built before? You have those certifications. They don't ask any questions. They're like, I already know the courses you've taken. I know the skills that you have and everything, because that speaks volumes about what you know how to do.
It's definitely a resume builder. It's something that they add to their we call them badges, and those certifications really matter. And so if you look at it these days, employers are looking for that experience. They're looking for folks that have tested and tried it out, had hands-on experience, over those that maybe have just, completed school but haven't had any experience at all. So this is what gives them that opportunity, their foot in the door.
Okay, so like we said, time being of the essence and everything like that. Here's the ultimate question and everything. For people that are mildly interested right now, or you've maybe piqued people's interest, get your applications in, because when is the deadline?
So if they can do it now, that would be great.
Yep.
We are getting started this weekend. So the best thing to do is to call us at 735-5627 or get onto our email, workforce@guamcc.edu. Mm-hmm. That's the fastest. And we'll be taking applications now until we start. And so, the thing is, this boot camp is completely free. So there is no financial obligation to the person that's participating. And we have employers standing by at the back end ready to hire.
Yeah. How brutal is the application process? I mean, like, will I have to talk to a bunch of people and, qualify myself and say, this is my financial situation, this is how I did in school, this is, this is what I'm interested in?
Super easy, one-pager application. We just need to get the data in there. We need to find out if the person meets the basic eligibility requirements. And then from there, we just talk to them, find out, a little bit more about them. And then we send them off to the employer sponsor. We send the applications over to them so they can take a look at it. Yeah, so it's that vetting process that just gets them in the door.
Yeah, you want to qualify people, but I mean, this isn't like, like a shakedown period or anything like that. You're trying your very best to help people and match people, with opportunities to lead to bigger and better things.
We're trying to train up our local community so that they have skills under them, and they are there's more opportunity for them to get hired somewhere, or even at some point start their own business. There's so many options available to someone that gets trained up, gets their certs, gets their degrees, whatever it is. There's opportunity, and now is the best time to do it because it's funded by some of our grants.
And think about what that would mean if you grow up on Guam and you've got roots here, you want to make the island your home for raise a family here and everything. You can actually say 20 years from now, it's you see that like big that skyscraper down in Agani, the Bank of Barnett building and everything like that. Like I built that.
Bank of Barnett building.
Yeah, we're gonna make that happen. Low rates. Yeah. Bank of Barnett, very low APR. They'll.
We got some investors standing by for that one.
Exactly. Okay, so and if people are in, because again, it's a very fast process. So make the decision, get your application in, talk to people, put your best foot forward, and everything like that. When can they expect to basically begin their training?
We can get them started at Friday. Is that tomorrow? We can get them started tomorrow.
Nice. No time like the present.
Yeah, no time like the present. And then we have all next week to get them in the door.
And what a wonderful surprise to spring on like your friends and family and everything like that. Hey guys, guess what? I'm in a construction boot camp and everything. And
hey, what a great Christmas present to give to your parents. Say, hey, mom, dad, I'm going to get a job. I'm going to a boot camp.
And then hopefully by the time March rolls around and everything like that, you would have completed the training. And then from there, you're off and running and you're building, wonderful things on Guam.
Well, if you look at the big picture, right, you look at the activities that are happening, the military buildup, we see a lot more of construction going on right now. Mm-hmm. Now is a really good time to be in this industry.
Yeah, we do stories on it all the time. It's like, so-and-so corporation, landed some big contract. Of course, there's Camp Blas over in Bedido. By the way, wonderfully named Marine Corps base and everything after General Ben Blas. Love that.
Right?
But yeah, I mean, there is no shortage of construction opportunities here on the island, and going forward, it's only supposed to ramp up even more.
Exactly, and best to be part of that and earn a great, earn great money, be in a great career, something that's sustainable, that's not going to, it's something that you can count on.
Okay. Before we let you go, because we want to make sure everybody. Oh, sorry. First thing. Where can people find out like more information about this? I'm sure there's people and they're like, okay, I saw Miss Denise come on the link and everything like that. I'm totally in and everything. Is there any resource online where people can find out more information?
Yeah, the best place to go is our website, the GCC website, which is guamcc.edu. They can just Google GCC and they'll come up on us, and the flyers are all there, including other programs that we have. We're in the middle of a GED bootcamp, our first one. So, there's so many things that they can see on that website, but definitely you'll find the flyer there.
Get it done, you guys. Build your career, literally. And okay, so before you go, this is what I wanted to ask. We had you on about a month ago talking about the shipbuilding bootcamp that was ramping up and everything. Yes, how was the turnout for that as far as applicants and how's it going?
We had 25 and now we're at 24. So we're doing pretty good. And it's supposed to end the end of this month. So we're getting ready we're already scheduling the completion ceremony for them. And then these folks are already guaranteed their jobs. So they're going to get hired on by Guam Shipyard as soon as they complete this training.
Very cool. Okay, so since we're talking about cohorts right now, the construction one, I mean, like you said, you'll hopefully take all comers and everything and take as many as you can, but you can't take every single man, woman, and child that applies for this and everything like that. So there are a finite number of seats, right?
There are for this one, but we have 2 more construction coming up. We've got diesel that's happening this month as well. We're also looking for people for diesel mechanic that's happening in December. And then we have a truck that's starting up again and another ship. So there's a lot going on in the next few months. So even if you miss this, for the folks that don't get into this boot camp, we put them on another list and contact them again and see if they're interested in another boot camp.
Very cool. So again, GCC doing everything under the sun to help you, realize your full potential and make opportunities better for you. So Denise, thank you so much. We always love having you on, and happy holidays to you and the family.
Thanks to you guys. Happy holidays. Bye-bye.
All right. And please stay tuned, everybody, because the link will continue with more information and fun when we return.
The Novena to the Christ Child, a podcast series on KUAM Communication, a local Christmas tradition reimagined with all 9 days available on demand on the KUAM Podcast Network beginning December 6th and streaming on all our digital media platforms as well as nightly at 7 p.m. on Isla Digital Radio.